Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
This Photoshop job of the College Football 27 cover for this year is atrocious. Like, who made this? It's so bad.
This is the deluxe edition. So you have to pay extra to get Kurt Signetti on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're paying extra to get Kurt Signetti?
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizzlies, take your fandom to the next level by becoming an MVP.
How long have you been an MVP? Since day one.
Enjoy the great benefits of being a season ticket member. Pre-game MVP moments, including Autograph Alley, exclusive Grizz gear deals, access to member or MVP-only player events, and much more.
He's been an MVP for 22 years!
Become a Grizzlies MVP today.
From the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
All right, I'm here. My name is Gary Parrish, speaking to you from the Built Ford Tough studio, FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis. Bennett Doyle right there, producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can. And I hope you're ready for more NBA draft talk, because there's an interesting report making the rounds about how the Grizzlies feel about possibly getting either Darren Peterson or Cameron Boozer with the third pick in next week's draft. Which player would the Grizzlies prefer? I'll tell you what Brett Siegel's reporting momentarily. First, though, quickly, let me set today's schedule for you. The next segment, Michael Wallace going to join me, senior editor, Grind City Media. He pops in here with me on Thursdays. He's going to join me in the next segment. I'll talk all things Grizzlies draft with him. Michael Wallace will be here about 20 minutes. Finish talking to him, take a break, come back, do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we'll discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories, among them the Knicks championship parade through the streets of New York. It is underway. I'll do my best to tell you how it's going. We'll do that in about 40 minutes. Trae Young is turning down a $40 million player option with the Wizards to enter free agency. What does it mean? We'll take some guesses. We'll do that in just a bit. Caitlin Clark's signature shoe, it has finally been unveiled. There's some speculation that she could debut them tonight against Angel Reese and our Atlanta Dream. My question, same question Dan Wetzel's asking over at ESPN. What took so long for this? We'll discuss a little later on in the show. The World Cup continues to unfold here in our part of the world. 4 matches yesterday, 4 more today. We'll talk soccer in the third segment. And the U.S. Open is underway at Shinnecock Hills in New York. Players went off at 6:35 a.m. Eastern. I'll update you on the leaderboard during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know. Then we'll eventually do GP's carryout and call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to. But I did want to start in the NBA, where the 2026 draft is now just 5 days away. Round 1, Tuesday night. That's when the Grizzlies are expected to execute the 3rd overall pick. And there is a report circulating that claims, assuming A.J. DeBonsa is off the board at either number 1 or number 2, the report is that the Grizzlies have no preference preference, no preference between Darren Peterson or Cameron Boozer. That's according to Brett Siegel at Clutch Points. He says the Grizz are long hair, don't care with the third pick. What Brett suggests is that the Grizzlies believe Debonsa won't be an option at number 3, which is what I believe as well, and that they do not care who comes off the board in the top 2 with him. If the top 2 are Debonsa Peterson, Brett Siegel says the Grizzlies will just take Boozer and they're thrilled. If the top 2 are Debonsa Boozer, Brett Siegel reports they'll just take Peterson and they'll be thrilled. According to Brett, they don't care which one falls. No preference between Peterson and Boozer. That's what Brett wrote at Clutch Points. Big Bet Bennett, it's good to see you on a Thursday morning.
You too, man.
Here's the first question for you. I'm not asking whether you believe the Grizzlies will end up with either Darren Peterson or Cameron Boozer. That seems like a likely scenario at this point. What I'm asking you is whether you have a preference, and what I'm also asking you is whether you think the Grizzlies should have a preference.
Oh, man. I've said to you I would be happy with either, yes, but do I have a preference? I mean, I do think that there is something to getting Cameron Boozer and what we've talked about over the past couple weeks and immediately being like, okay, front court is a foundation of this team right now. Zach Edey, Cameron Boozer, that should eat for years to come.
The front court would feature the men who have won 3 of the past 4 National Player of the Year awards in college basketball.
Yeah, like I think that's a huge selling point to your fan base. I think it just it's obviously a good fit. So I think that makes a ton of sense. And it's why I guess I would say Boozer, but man, I'm just enamored with Darren Peterson. Like watching him this college basketball season, we've talked a lot about him, all the other stuff, but I watch him play and I'm like, oh my God, this dude has a chance to be the best player in this draft and maybe one of the best players in the league. Like it's exciting.
I asked you that question to hopefully prove a point. And I don't want to question Brett Siegel. I don't know him like that. I don't think that would be fair of me to question his reporting. But I am comfortable saying this. I hope with what he's reporting in this very specific instance, I hope that he's wrong. Now, let me be clear. I think he's probably right that if Debonsa is off the board, the Grizzlies will select whichever player between Peterson and Boozer drops to them and be cool with it. I don't doubt that. Both players are easy things to get excited about. But I do think if you're running an NBA franchise, you should always have a preference between players. Like, it's one thing to say, I'm going to be thrilled with either, but it's a whole nother thing to claim you have no preference. Let's put it in real world terms, all right? Big Ben Bennett, you used to be young, didn't you?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, okay.
A long time.
I know. I figured you were.
Yeah.
I figured you were young at one point.
Yes.
All right. Now imagine when you were young, well before you met the love of your life. Imagine you're in a bar.
That's where I met the love of my life, in a bar.
Okay, so This is working out for you. You've been through this.
Yeah.
Okay. So imagine you're in your bar, but it's not this night. It's not this night when you met the love of your life, and you ain't never even looked at another person since then. It's not this night. It's before then. It's before you met the love of your life.
Okay, got it.
There's 2 baddies standing over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whether you believe it or not, it's crazy, but they're both into beards and physical media.
Oh, nice.
This is a great situation for you. 2 baddies over there. They're both into beards and physical media.
I like to think there's a lot of girls like that out there. Yeah.
I don't know. But in this exercise, that's exactly what they are.
Okay, got it.
2 baddies. They love beards and physical media.
Good.
All right? I'm standing there with you, and I'm like, Bennett, they're both into you. You've got the beard. You've got the physical media. It's a gift from God. So I ask you, I say, hey, man, you ready to walk out with one of them? And you might look at me and say, brother, I'd be thrilled with either. And I'd get that. Both seem great from where we're standing. But if I asked a follow-up question to you, wouldn't you have to have a preference? Like, wouldn't you have to say, GP, I'd be thrilled with either, but, that one over on the left, that's the one, I think. Like, I would be thrilled with either does not equate to I don't have a preference, or at least it shouldn't. You following me here?
Yes.
Let me prove this to you.
Okay.
All right? Would you be happy if the Titans, Grizzlies, Orioles, or Memphis Tigers won whatever championship they're playing for?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about preferences. I'm going to put 7 things on the table for you.
Okay.
The Titans winning the Super Bowl.
All right.
The Grizzlies winning the NBA championship.
Mm-hmm.
The Orioles winning the World Series. The Tigers winning the college football playoff. The Tigers winning the men's NCAA tournament. The Tigers winning the women's NCAA tournament. The Tigers winning the college World Series. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to speak for you. I think you would be happy with all of those things.
All of those things would make me happy.
There you go. I thought so.
Yes.
All right. Okay, now let's drill down on that,
Okay.
though. Of those 7 things, all of which we've established you'd love, which one would you most prefer?
It's easily the Grizzlies winning a championship.
You just proved my point.
Yeah.
You had a preference. You would like all those things, but you have a preference. By the way, that would be mine too.
Yeah.
Take a Mets World Series, a Grizzlies NBA title, a Memphis men's basketball championship. I would put Grizzlies NBA title first because I think it would mean more for the city and, frankly, like I work here, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. The Mets World Series would like bring me to tears. Memphis winning a NCAA tournament would be, really something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the most meaningful thing that could happen in this moment would be the Grizzlies win an NBA championship.
Yeah, I had to think about it with the Tigers, but I just pro sports titles. This
is all my point, though.
Yeah.
We would love all these things.
Of course.
They would be amazing. We'd have T-shirts and hats and posters and everything. We'd love them all. But we all have preferences. You should.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you would be happy with any number of things doesn't mean you don't or shouldn't have a preference. I named 7 things in sports that I know would make you happy. They're all great. But at least in your head, what you just told me, some are greater than others. And one is the greatest. The 2026 NBA draft for the Grizzlies should be no different than that. The Grizzlies are picking 3rd. That means they are guaranteed, as long as they don't move the pick, and there's no reason to think they will, they are guaranteed to end up with either A.J. DeBonsa, Darren Peterson, or Cameron Boozer. Probably Peterson or Boozer. But by definition, as long as the Grizzlies pick 3rd, they'll have the chance to select either DeBonsa, Peterson, or Boozer. You ready? I can get excited about any of them. And I will be excited about any of them. But I do have a preference. And I do think any front office, including this one, should have a preference. So what's your preference? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do the assignment ourselves. DeBonsa, Peterson, Boozer. We assume DeBonsa's not an option because if he don't go 1, he's probably going 2. And the truth is, in the betting markets, he is still the overwhelming favorite to go 1. I think he is the only person in this draft that you can safely assume the Grizzlies have no shot of drafting this guy. That's A.J. DeBonsa.
Yeah.
Everybody else could theoretically be on the table. So how would you rank everybody else?
So I also wanted to point out, like I saw Parker Fleming talking, like who does a great job covering the Grizzlies, talking about like laying out a scenario where DeBonsa could go to the Grizzlies or where he could be there when the Grizzlies select. And I thought he made some really good points, just because we obviously know that Darren Peterson wants to go number 1 to the Wizards. We know that based on the reporting this week in his workout. He wants to go number 1 to the Wizards, right? And then if Utah's enamored with Boozer and thinks it's a good fit next to Jaren Jackson Jr., like some reports have suggested, maybe DeBonsa could be there at 3. I keep going back to everything the state of Utah had invested in A.J. DeBonsa. I just think he'd be a fan favorite from day one. It's a no-brainer for them.
I can see Utah taking Boozer instead of Peterson, at which point Peterson's available.
Right.
I do not believe Utah is going to take anybody over DeBonsa if he's available.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So at which point I conclude DeBonsa is just not going to be there at 3. I think he's going 1, but if he doesn't go 1, I'm just not going to believe the entire, to your point, the entire state of Utah invested in this guy. He's there, and then he's available. You didn't even think he would be. The betting market said he wouldn't be. Now he is. You were contemplating moving up to 1 to get him. You decided, no, we'll just sit, and wow, he's here. And then you pass on it?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I just don't think so. But okay, so you want me to rank all three?
I don't need you to rank Devonta because I don't think he's an option for the Grizzlies.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, I'll raise my hand next Wednesday morning and say, buddy, I blew that one. I do not think Devonta is AJ Devonta is going to already have a hat on his head and be doing interviews by the time Adam Silver introduces the Grizzlies pick at 3, I believe. So I don't need you to rank Devonta.
Okay.
But give me the next 3 in order.
Okay. I'll go. Oh, God. I'll go Peterson, Boozer, Caleb. Just how we've kind of had it for most of this process.
Totally reasonable.
Yeah.
And I think I would go Boozer, Peterson, Caleb Wilson, Keaton Wagler. I think I would do it in that order. With Devonta going 1. I would pick Devonta number 1.
Yeah, I would too.
But assuming he's not on the board for the Grizzlies, I go Boozer, Peterson next. I am thrilled with either one of them, whichever one falls. But if it's up to me, I would prefer the Jazz. If Devonta comes off the board at 1, I would prefer the Jazz. From the Grizzlies' perspective, take Darren Peterson so that you can take what I believe is the best big swing, super safe pick at the top of the draft, and that is Cameron Boozer. I want to be clear, I would also listen to an argument for Caleb Wilson, and I'll also consider discussions about Keaton Wagler, Darius Acuff Jr., and even Michael Brown Jr. I'm not saying under no circumstances would I accept that. Under every circumstance, I think that would be crazy. But I think it's probably going to come down to a Boozer Peterson pick. I like them both. I do have a preference. Doesn't mean I'm right, but I do have a preference.
I think too, there could be like a little bit of this is posturing season in the NBA draft. I think.
Well, I get that. Let me maybe I buried the lead. Let me tell you what I actually think.
Yeah.
I think they do have a preference. I think they should have a preference, and I think they do have a preference. And that's why, again, not to question Brett Siegel, but if a front office told me we don't care who falls, I probably wouldn't report that just because I don't think it's true. I think you have to care who falls.
Yeah.
And again, these are two very different things. They sound similar, but they're very different. We'd be thrilled with either one. That's a different thing than we don't care which one we get.
Yeah.
You should care.
And the other thing, too, is Utah, the Grizzlies own future picks that they got from Utah in the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade. So, you say, hey, we're really liking Boozer, there. Maybe you get the Grizzlies to try to move up and give you back a pick. Like, I could see that there's probably some posturing going on. We see this every year in the draft, right?
Well, there's some thought. I mean, there's another report out there. Yes, of course there's posturing going on.
Yeah.
And I just wouldn't. Now we're getting into a conversation about reporting.
I know.
There are times when I haven't reported things simply because I don't believe they're true. Like when somebody says, oh, this 5-star recruit, he's wide open. Oh, he's wide open. And I'm like, no, I heard Nike already got a deal done. He's going to Duke. And they're like, no, he's wide open. Hadn't decided. I would not report it's wide open because I don't believe it to be true, even if you're telling me that. I don't know why. Maybe you just can't tell me the truth, but I don't believe what you're saying. And so with this, I don't believe the Grizzlies don't actually have a preference between the two.
Same.
I think they do.
Of course they do.
You should. If they don't, I would be disappointed.
Right.
That's the job. The job isn't like, well, we'll just whoever, we don't care,
Right.
The job is to, and I'm not saying it's an easy job. I mean, even Sam Presti misses sometimes. But the job is to have a preference between all things. I put any two things on the table. You should have any two basketball players on the table. You should have a preference between the two, right? This goes in all walks of life, right? You can put all these things on the table: steak, fish, fries, chips, soup, salad, Peterson, Boozer. I like all those things. I can envision myself being happy with any of those things. But if you ask me about each, I will have a preference. And similarly, I think the Grizzlies should have a preference between Boozer and Peterson. Both could be great. Both probably will be great. But the job is to have a preference. Everybody should have one. And then you just got to hope that whatever your preference was, you were right.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Wallace is up next.
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible future. Whether you're an investor or simply curious, now's the time to explore innovative strategies that align with your values. Join the movement and discover how you can be a part of this exciting evolution. Visit primeglobalgroup.net to learn more and connect with the team today. That's primeglobalgroup.net.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. That's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org.
Big shouts out to our guy, Zodiac GM.
I don't know how Zodiac has not been hired by a front office yet. Seriously.
This is going to feel a little bit. Zodiac nailed it. I mean, just nailed it.
Nailed it.
Absolutely nailed it. Obviously, look, if the Grizzlies are smart, if any team's smart, they're going to contact this guy about the energies and who to draft and who would fit in with the energies.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
Welcome back. Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South. We're inside the Built for Tough studio, and on Thursdays, I'm joined by Michael Wallace, senior editor, Grind City Media. He's on X at my mic check. Michael Wallace, good to see you. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. Doing well. Good to be back on with you again this week. I'm joining you from the other side of the state, man. I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee, man. My stepdaughter has freshman orientation at UT Chat. So we'll be doing it from both ends of the state.
That is our oldest son lives in Chattanooga, and so we've spent some pretty good time there over the past year. It's beautiful. Chattanooga's great.
Yeah, it is, man. We toured the whole area, man. Went all the way up to the top of the Lookout Mountain, did the Lookout Mountain experience yesterday, did the, aquarium, one of the best aquariums, not only in the state, but in the country out here as well, too. And just beautiful, beautiful mountain, rivers, the whole nine, man. It's a beautiful state all the way across.
Like to this point, and then I promise we'll talk basketball. Just hang in there with us, everybody. When our oldest son and his girlfriend, they moved to Germany for a little while and lived in Berlin. And when they were coming back home, they both have jobs. They can sort of work wherever they can live wherever they want, and they just started really researching places that are within driving distance of Memphis. So in the 5-hour-ish or less, and then but with mountains and rivers, and they like to be outdoors a lot. And the Google searches kept coming back to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and they were like, hey, maybe we'll just try it for a year and see if we like it. And they just decided, within the past month or so, they're going to stay there another year or so. They just really enjoy it there. They have a good time every day.
That's the way, you know what? That's the way to live now, man. In this age and society we live in now, you don't have to commit to somewhere for 20 or 30 years like our parents did or whatever, or like we did. You know, if you want to move around, you know, if you have a job that allows you to work virtually or seasonally, you know, explore some other parts, man. And, you know, with our daughter going to be here for the next 4 years at the very least, you know, we're looking into, hey, do we want to, you know, maybe get some property here? And so we don't have to rent hotels every time we come. You know what I mean? Maybe invest in an Airbnb that we can buy and then lease out. This is a beautiful area, man, for sure. And, you know, I love it. And I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. This is only my second time ever in Chattanooga. But, you know, it's grown on me for sure at this stage, man. So shout out to Chattanooga. Shout out to Tennessee. You can find something, whatever you're into, you can find it in Tennessee along that long stretch of I-40 and 24 for sure.
No, I love that your daughter's there, and I'm like really proud of my son for doing all the things he's done, because I was almost scared to leave home. And like, you know, things have worked out, but I never really left home. Like I went from high school to college. You know, I graduated from the University of Memphis, straight from the University of Memphis to the commercial appeal, and then got the CBS job and never had to move. And so I've seen a lot of the world, but I've never really lived anywhere else. And so I don't think it's necessary, but I do think it's important to open your eyes up and get out. And so that both of our we got children both doing that is pretty cool. Yes. And on the real estate thing, I will tell you, when Aiden was in college, we did the same thing. Rather than just rent a place, let's just buy one. And now we Airbnb it, and it's like, you know, it's a real thing that we have. And and so I was randomly having a conversation with Adam Zucker, who, like, you know, studio host for CBS Sports, and he was in that part of the country for something, and happened to see somebody that had on like a Penn sweatshirt or something northeasty, you know, in the northeastern part of the United States. So here's a Yankee connecting with another Yankee in the eastern part of the United States. And he was like, so what brings you guys down here? And do you know what this person was there doing? Scouting property, because that had become a hotbed. These were investors from New York coming to Chattanooga to scout properties because they were trying to buy up whatever they could. So get in as soon as you can was the advice I heard.
All right, so it's worked out for you. So this was years ago. So it's worked out. Hey, we definitely gonna chop it up on that, man. One of these days when we're back in the office together.
That's perfect. I can't wait to see you face to face. Now let's talk draft. Are you going up for the draft?
Yeah, I leave Sunday.
Okay.
Leave Sunday to head up to New York. We'll be there, Ron City Media representing, bringing all of our coverage from New York in conjunction with our NBA draft coverage. Guys, come on out to FedEx Forum. It's going to be a fun night, you know, on Tuesday. And then we'll see if the Grizzlies stay in the draft with the second round pick as slated for the number 32nd pick. We'll continue to have fun in New York City and bring all of that coverage to you. So yeah, I head up Sunday. We'll be there for draft media day Monday, and then our coverage kicks off from there, live from New York.
I will be in Stamford, Connecticut, so I'll fly into LaGuardia, but then I'll take a car up to Connecticut. I'll be in studio Tuesday night, Wednesday night for CBS Sports HQ. So I haven't actually been to the draft in a while because I'm always doing draft coverage from a studio. But I was there for the commercial appeal the year that I think Yao Ming went number 1. DeJuan Wagner was in the top 10 of that draft, so you had a Tiger. Quintel Woods was in that draft, so you had another local guy. And I think the Grizzlies took Drew Gooden, maybe. But I loved being in the room because you do have these moments where you are actually watching, like, dreams come true. Like these guys, like you're going to watch it on Tuesday night. The 30 men are going to walk across that stage, and it will be a dream come true moment for them, for their moms, for their dads, for whoever happens to be there. And it's my favorite thing about the draft. I don't even really follow the NFL like that, but I like the NFL draft because I just like watching the stories unfold in real time. And to be in the room when it's happening I remember it being a neat experience.
Yeah, it is, man. And you walk through, like, every time I've done this I'm probably done the NBA draft a half a dozen times, if not more. And one of the things that I love to do is go early, way before, you know, everything sets up in there, and you just walk through the middle of the arena. And you, like, I think a couple of years ago we were doing Grizz Beat, and I actually had my camera on me as I walked the path that the players walk when they get selected. And I walked all the way up to the stage and then across the stage. And, it was just, and I took the viewers through what that looks like. And I don't know if I was legally supposed to be doing that. You know what I mean? No one stopped me at that time. But it was one of those things where you realize, hey, look, I grew up in Washington, D.C. playing basketball all my life, went to college to play basketball. And I've always wanted to be an NBA player, and I never got there, obviously. And God had a different path for me, and I love the path that I'm on. I still tell people I ended up in the NBA anyway, just in a different job. You know what I mean? But to be able to walk that stage and see what it feels like, and being in that room and in that environment is absolutely surreal. It's phenomenal. And then even last year, hanging out with Cedric Coward and his family and going through the circuit after the draft, where they're there for 2 or 3 hours afterwards, and the family celebrating. There's photo shoots, there's trading card shoots, and all of those things, and just seeing them, hey, we made it moment, man. It's amazing to see.
So you'll be there. The Wizards are going to draft first, then the Jazz second, then the Grizzlies third. What's your best guess on who this franchise will be introducing as the third pick in the draft late next week?
I have no reason to believe it'll be anyone other than Cam Boozer. I respect, I'm part of the media in a different way, but I've always been part of the external media. I've covered these things. I know how these storylines tend to go. There's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of misdirection. But at the end of the day, I'm still as confident as I was being in that sequester room, seeing how the real executives who are going to make the decisions responded when the numbers fell 1, 2, 3, 4. And everyone kind of aligned with who they were going to be willing to take, who they were hopeful of taking. And all of these organizations did their due diligence, and I still think it's going to go as some of the early mocks predicted. I think the Bastard's going to go 1 to Washington. I don't think the Trae Young news shakes things up as much as people thought it might. In terms of them going Peterson as opposed to DeBansta, but at the end of the day, I think it goes DeBansta, Peterson, Boozer, Wilson, and I will be shocked if it doesn't go that way.
So there's a report from Brett Siegel, Clutch Points, where in just sort of news and notes type column, he says that the Grizzlies would be thrilled with either Cameron Boozer or Darren Peterson, which I 100% believe. I'll be thrilled with either one of them. I can close my eyes and imagine either one being a top 10 player in the world, Hall of Famer someday. I can see that. So I'll be thrilled with either one too. That makes sense to me. But what he added was that the Grizzlies also have no preference. And perhaps it's a minor distinction, but if you pay attention to words, it's the type of thing that it stands out to me, because saying you'd be thrilled with either player shouldn't necessarily mean you don't have a preference between any two players in the world. And so the point I sort of made in the opening segment was I, like that report, will be thrilled, whether it's Cameron Boozer or Darren Peterson. My kids will be in the jerseys by next week. But I do think if you run a basketball franchise, this one or any other one, you should have a preference between this player and that player, almost regardless of which players we're talking about. And so I just sort of said, I hope the Grizzlies do. I don't really care what their preference is too much, but I think they should have a preference between those two players and any two. What do you make of that?
Yeah, they should, and they do.
Yeah, of course. That's right.
I don't buy that they don't have a preference. They do have a preference.
I agree.
I will say that preference is based on what was realistic. And I can tell you this, man, speaking directly with someone about how the draft, they anticipated it to unfold. And this is someone who was going to be making a decision next Tuesday to figure out where they want to select. There was always an opening to the possibility that Peterson would slip past Utah, and the Grizzlies would have to make a real decision potentially if that were the case. But going into it, the preference is Boozer. You know what I mean? No question about it. Now, here's the other side of this, though. Let's just say hypothetically Boozer's off the board and you take Peterson. I think that actually makes the job easier for the Grizzlies to try to trade up slightly, because then if you walk away with the 3 and you get Peterson, then that 16, 15, 14, or 13 or getting up, you're much more inclined to get your big in that range as opposed to trying to trade up into the top 8 to get your guard. So if you walk away with, let's just say, Peterson and Mo Johnson or Hannes Steinbach or something like that, and that's your 1-2, I don't know if you can beat that. I don't know if you could be, walking away with a Steinbach or a Mo Johnson and a Peterson as your top two guys coming out, and you had the third and the 16 or whatever. If you flip it the other way, you go Boozer, and then you got to do some serious work to get up in there and get one of them premium guards. You got to go from the 16 pick up into probably the top 8. So either way it goes, what you walk away with come Tuesday night, as long as it equals 2 players that you can build your franchise around from young standpoints moving forward, I think you take it as a win-win.
I think I've reached the point where if I assume DeBonce's going 1-2, but there's just no way he's there at 3, which is what I actually believe. I don't care what the reporting is on it. I don't believe he'll be there at 3. I am going to take whichever falls to me, Boozer or Peterson. I think that's what I'm doing. I prefer Boozer just because it feels safer. I can get excited about Peterson because I can imagine a top 10 player in the world, but I prefer Boozer because it's safer. Let me ask you this, because I did a Chalk Talk the other night and it came up. We just went through an experience. I mean, what the franchise is more or less doing next week is introducing the person who should theoretically replace Ja Morant as every kid's favorite player. That is what is supposed to be happening next week. And if it's Peterson, I'm going to get excited about it. But it came up at the Chalk Talk. Are we really going to try to replace our franchise player, point guard, who has missed a lot of time over the years, with a guy who just missed a lot of time in his 1 year of college? I'm not even saying that that's got to be a determining factor in the evaluation, but it comes up. Does it concern you?
It's a fair question, and that's what reality is. And you're talking about the events that, again, you hosted one of the first ones on Tuesday. We have another one tonight out at Southland Casino for MVP season ticket holders, and then another one tomorrow night as well for the group as well. So get out there, get your questions out there. We're being as transparent as we can be. Our Grind City Media team as it relates to coverage of the upcoming draft and all of those things. And we understand that those are fair questions from a fan base that's frankly, had to deal with a lot, had to accept a lot, had to put a lot of trust in the direction that this thing was going, and had to suffer a lot of consequences and losing as a result of it. So fans that have questions about the direction the Grizzlies are going and the what ifs and all of those things, they should have those things, and they deserve to have those things. Is it a concern? No. Darren Peterson has absolutely zero to do with Ja Morant. What Ja Morant went through with Memphis is part Ja Morant, part Ja Morant's camp, part the Memphis Grizzlies front office, part having to understand what went wrong on both sides and how they didn't take advantage of certain things early on that could have gone a different way. And both sides will learn from it. So now you get to start over with the young man who's 19, 18, 19, 20 years old, no matter who it is, and you set your standard and you say, okay, we're a better franchise and a better front office because of what we learned from. And this is what we're going to work through, and this is what we're going to tolerate. This is the standard we're going to set. And then you bring a young man into that standard, and then that young man knows, okay, if I'm going to be successful in the NBA, this is what I have to do. And young guys come into the league all the time, and they have to be, molded and shaped and understand what the NBA is all about. Anthony Edwards didn't come in with a clean slate, coming from Georgia after a one-and-done year. He had all kind of off-the-court issues and things of that nature, but he developed into one of the most deadly players in the NBA because he loves the game of basketball, and he's going to be available for his team night in and night out. And you work around the edges of the maturity situation. That's what's going to happen with the Grizzlies. They got a plan in place, and whoever they bring in is going to have to follow that plan in order for the organization to win and be successful moving forward. So yes, have the questions, but understand that the organization is positioned to provide more answers now than possibly they were 7 years ago when they first went into this with Ja Morant and his situation.
That's a good answer for that question. Last thing before I get you out of here. Also at the Chalk Talk, I was asked about Ja Morant. I guess we've been, and I answered it sort of the way you phrased it. Like, we're trying to answer questions as candidly and honestly as we can. Yeah. And so when the question is, what are the Grizzlies going to do with Ja Morant? I said probably trade him in the coming days. But we've been on Ja watch for, a little bit now. Are we just sort of like, don't think about it until you see the Giannis thing go? Giannis has got to go first, and then the Ja thing could come after. Do you think we're going to have an answer to the Ja thing before the Grizzlies pick third next week?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Everything leads to that. I would have thought, but if you would have asked me, would Ja have gotten traded by the trade deadline last February, I would have said yes as well, too, because all intentions were to make that happen. Now, you did have a little bit longer leeway back in February that if it didn't happen, you would finish out the season. The Grizzlies knew that they were going to maximize their lottery odds. So putting Ja on the shelf a little bit helped them. They bought some time. But now you're running out of that time. And now it can get a little bit, well, not a little bit, it can get a lot more awkward and a lot more uncomfortable if this thing doesn't resolve itself by the time you hit that draft window. Because I've never felt like the Giannis thing has to happen before the Ja thing. I think at some point you just have to, for the lack of a better term, execute. I was going to say pull the trigger,
I
but
understand.
I don't want to go
I got you.
on the tape. But you got to execute and say, all right, this is what we're going to get. This is the best we're probably going to get. Let's move on. Because lo and behold, guess what, man? It's kind of an inconvenient truth. But the truth of the matter is, if you do draft Cam Boozer, he's going to come in. And one of the first things guys do when they get drafted and come in is they're asked what jersey number they're going to wear.
Yes.
And he's probably going to want to keep the number that he's had. And that same number is already occupied and reserved by guess who? Call 12. So what are you going to do in that situation? Like, that's one of those things where if your organization, you kind of just want to make a clean break and move forward. I think it's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, then, we figure it out from there. But I believe it's going to happen by the time we get to the draft.
That is Michael Wallace, Grind City Media. Make sure you follow him on X at MyMikeCheck, following all his work from the draft. He's flying up Sunday. You can see it, grindcitymedia.com. You're the best, buddy. Enjoy Chattanooga. I'll see you soon.
All right, will do, man. Thanks a lot, brother.
Bye-bye. That's Michael Wallace, Grind City Media. When we come back, turn our attention to the New York Knicks. They got a parade underway in New York City. Looks like a lot of people are outside today. We'll discuss it next. Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South.
Get ready, Grizzlies fans. It is time for the Surfside Can Shuffle. Can you keep up with the cans and find Mac the Crab?
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sacramento King fans, whatever you do, do not swipe. De'Aaron Fox, they fire Mike Brown.
Oh, no.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
5 NBA Finals appearances in the last 4 years for people that were in the Kings facility.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit Grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's Grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. And that's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, Visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and OrthoSouth will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more, orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now I got 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
The Knicks championship parade through the streets of Manhattan is underway. Have you been monitoring?
A little bit. I mean, I saw Mike Brown was doing "Who Let the Dogs Out"
Well,
again.
of course.
Which
Why
is
wouldn't he?
Amazing, actually. It's a level of cheese that I can really get behind.
It's the only thing surprising about it is that Travis Kelce didn't do it first.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the self, like you know, he did it a bunch of times when they were doing their little trophy presentation, and he just kept going, even when the players were laughing at him. Then he did it on the Tonight Show, I think. Now he's doing it at the championship. I just like the self-awareness. I love it. Like, be you. Be you, Mike Brown. Be you, Mike Brown. I love it.
It appears
Who let the dogs out?
It appears he's comfortable in his own skin. I admire that about a man.
Mm-hmm.
If he wants to let the dogs out, he should.
Do it. Yeah.
He should. It looks like there's a lot of people outside.
Yeah, I saw they were turning people away like 2.5 hours before the parade even started because there was no more room.
There were some people that slept on the streets, and not just because they're, unhoused, but because they intentionally slept on the streets.
To get a spot.
Yeah. I don't think I would do that.
I would never do that.
I've been to a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of awesome things in my life. Very lucky. Some of the best sporting events in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the best nightclubs in the world.
Yeah.
One thing I learned a long time ago, I ain't never been to nothing in my life that was worth spending the night outside the night before or standing in a long line to get in. Hey, this is the best club in the world. Okay. How long is it going to take to get in? Hour. Yeah, let's find something else.
I would
either I'm important enough to go straight to the front or we got to find something else to do. But there's no way I'm standing in line for an hour to what? To what exactly?
Yeah.
Nope, not doing that.
I would like to hope that, one day, the day that we're doing the parade, like right out there.
Yep. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, that the Grizzlies would possibly hold me like an honorary position.
Oh, I think they would.
In the parade, just somewhere to stand.
We're going to get you a pass.
I mean, I've been in this thing since 2001, dude.
We're going to get you a pass. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Grizzlies
I just
ever
need
have a
somewhere
parade,
to
you're going to get a
stand.
pass.
I don't need...
You're not going to sleep outside.
I don't need any kind of preferential treatment. I just need somewhere to stand.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, I'll get you a pass.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
I'll get us a pass. I'll get your whole family pass. If the Grizzlies have a championship parade, you ain't going to have to sleep outside.
Okay.
All right? You put in enough time around here.
Good.
You're not going to have to sleep outside.
Good.
I'm just saying, as much as if I were a lifelong Knicks fan, as much as I would like my family to experience what New Yorkers are experiencing today, if the yes or no line was, the can we do it or not do it line was, you can do it, but you got to sleep outside. Well, then we're just going to watch it on TV. Plus, I don't think I like parades. I've been to the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade many times and unimpressive in person.
You've said that to me
Great
before.
on television, unimpressive in person.
God, and I love the Macy's. Like, that is kind of a bucket list.
You love it because you've seen it on TV.
Yes.
It's not the same in person. It looks very big on TV, and it looks very small in person. Those balloons, those floats, those balloons, you see it.
They're getting close-ups on TV.
Just like when you see the Statue of Liberty on TV, it looks gigantic. When you actually see the Statue of Liberty with your own eyeballs, the first thing everybody says is, really? That's it?
Small? Yeah.
Among my favorite things, flying into New York, and you happen to be sitting next to somebody who has never flown into New York before. They've never, because that's one of the more amazing, there's the city. It's an actual sight. That is, I don't keep windows open on every flight, but I do. I've seen it a million times, but that's still a nice visual. From Memphis to LaGuardia, you're going to come up through, above Lower Manhattan, and you're going to see it, and then you're going to see this thing. And it's my favorite thing. People start looking for the Statue of Liberty. They know it's off the tip of Lower Manhattan. They know that much, down by where the Freedom Tower is and all that. They know that much. And then they're looking for it. And I go, well, there it is right there. Where? Right there. You see that little bitty thing down there? Statue of Liberty. No. Yes, it's smaller than you think. And it looks very small from a plane and small from Lower Manhattan. The floats at the Macy's parade, same thing. On TV, they look amazing because they're framed a certain way.
Yeah.
They look gigantic. When you're actually standing in the streets looking up at them, they're not as high as you think. They're not as big as you think. Not that impressive. Don't ever see it in person. This is a little bit like don't meet your heroes. Don't ever see the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade in person. You will be disappointed.
Okay. All right. Noted.
I don't know about the Knicks parade. Looked like everybody had a good time for the most part.
Yeah. Happy for them.
I'm happy for them too. And then like it feels like they won a championship over the weekend, and they've just been partying ever since.
Yeah, oh yeah.
When is it like, all right, guys, we got to get back to normal? Can't just keep drinking and smoking every day.
Oh, I think that this one's a little different.
You can't keep drinking and smoking every day.
I think you get at least a month.
Give them a month.
Grace period, month-long grace period, yeah.
Yeah, and the truth is, summertime in New York City, it clears out a little bit. People head off to the Hamptons and other places.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so maybe this is a good time to, if you're going to lose focus a little bit and celebrate something, it's probably a good time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They look like they're doing it today.
Yeah, good for them.
Good for them. Congratulations.
Number 2.
Trae Young is turning down a $40 million player option with the Wizards to enter free agency. What do you think it means?
Well, I saw Windhorst reporting this morning that it looks like he's going to re-sign with the Wizards regardless, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's got. I'm kind of surprised. Like, I guess they're going to give him a huge contract. I don't know.
Well, it is.
I'd be nervous if I was the Wizards.
Well, I don't think I would be nervous because of risk. Because I think what you said, what Windhorst said, is right. This is one of those where the most obvious explanation for this is probably the right one, which is he could opt in to the player option, and he'd be playing on a 1-year, $49 million contract. It's unclear at this point whether he's got a big Knicks contract in front of him, right?
Yes.
I mean, part of the reason the Hawks were ready to move on, part of, is because, like, we either got to, it's a little bit like the Ja thing. Like, we either got to pay him or move him. And they decided to move him, and it looks like they're better off for it. So he opts in. It's 1 year, $49 million, but then you are entering free agency next year, and who knows what's out there for you. But what if Washington right now is willing to do 3 years, 120? You get 3 more years guaranteed, an extra, what is that, $70 million in guaranteed money. And if you really are done as an elite player, well, at least you're going to pocket another 120 before anybody can figure out not to pay you again. That seems to be the most obvious explanation, and the way I think most people think this will play out. But Sam Quinn had a piece over at CBS Sports where he sort of talked through other things, and he was very clear, like, there's no reporting to back this up, but like if you're looking for other theories, here's some theories. This happened literally on the same day that it's being reported that the Wizards are prioritizing Darren Peterson, or at the very least, Darren Peterson thinks he's going to be the number 1 pick of the Wizards. Darren Peterson has also made it clear he wants to play point guard. He does not want to play off the ball.
That's right.
So, as Sam Quinn points out, could this be Trae Young saying, well, if y'all, could he have sat down with Washington and be like, are y'all really going to draft Darren Peterson? Because I want the ball in my hands, and he's saying he wants the ball in his hands. And so if you guys are going to do that, I might get out of here. I don't think that's true, but it's, you start connecting reports, I could see how you could reach that conclusion.
Yeah, and as now that you said that, like it does make sense to decline because now the Wizards got to show their commitment to you. They got to prove it.
So I don't think that's a real thing, but it's something fun to think about.
Yeah.
And then the other one was like, there was no market for Trae Young at the trade deadline. None. Just like there was no market for John Morant at the trade deadline. Like they're actually pretty similar situations. Superstars did some nice things, incredibly flawed for different reasons. One franchise decided to finally move on, and they seem better for it, and the other franchise is days away. There was no market for him at the deadline. And so, on one hand, because you see this, well, if he's opting out of this, it must mean he thinks there's a market for him. But then you ask, like, well, why would there be a market now when there wasn't before? Like, what? It's not like what did he do? You know what he did after getting traded to Washington? Played 5 games.
Right.
He didn't do anything. So why would there be a market? And again, Sam Quinn just sort of like wondering out loud. It's like, what if, it's a copycat league. We just watched a 6'1" guard lead a team to a championship. What if that is evidence that, hey, we've been trying to get away from little guards, but what if that was foolish? What if, like, you get the right little guard, you put the right people around them, then great things can happen. So should we take a look at this little guard who can really shoot and has done great things? We weren't interested in little guards 6 months ago or whenever, but after watching what we just watched, maybe we should take a fresh look. Again, I don't think that's right either, but it's fun to think about.
Yeah.
I think the most likely scenario is Trae Young opted out of this and probably already has some sort of agreement mostly in place. He can at least hear now, listen to other max. Does anybody want to make an offer? Mm-hmm. That's what putting yourself in free agency does. You can at least listen and see, but I think what he's going to find out is there's not much of a market for him in the way that he would hope, and that redoing a deal with the Wizards for less than $49 a year, but for more years and more total money, then everybody gets what they want. The Wizards get some salary off of next year's roster, because instead of making $49, he could theoretically be making, let's just say, $40. And then Trae Young gets more guaranteed money, and everybody walks away with a little bit of a smile. We'll see, though.
Number 3.
The Caitlin ones have been unveiled.
Yes, they have.
What do you think?
Oh, I like them. I think it's a good-looking shoe. I do.
That's a good-looking shoe.
Those are nice, yeah. I like the kind of ridges that are going. I like that.
Okay. I don't know. I wear shoes, obviously, but I don't know how to talk about them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Sneak Fest guys, they like them. It was, when they talked about it on the show the other day, it was universal positive.
Yeah. Okay. I accept their expertise.
Yeah.
If they say that's a good-looking shoe, I'm going to trust them.
Yeah.
I don't know how to talk about shoes. Like, I couldn't be on that show because I wouldn't know how to talk about shoes. I know how to wear shoes, and I know how to say, I like that. Mm-hmm. And I know how to say, I don't like that. But that's all I can say.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like food, honestly.
Yes.
I don't know how to talk about food.
I love food, but I can never be a food critic.
Yeah, I don't know how to talk about it like that.
Right.
Like, I just didn't.
The flavors were great.
I just go,
that tasted bad.
I just go, man, that tastes great.
Yeah.
Or, man, I don't like that. That's all I know how to say about food.
Yeah.
I hear other people talk about food, and I'm like, man, how do they know all that? You
just got to know a lot of big words.
How do they know all that about food? I'm just like,
say things like flavor profile. And
like somebody be like, they'll walk over.
Fresh ingredients.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do it. They walk over and they'll be like, how's your meal? And I'm just like, it's good. Mm-hmm. I don't know what else to say besides that.
Yeah.
The tenderness of I don't know how to talk like that.
Right.
I like, that's good. Like, I can't really distinguish between, like, I don't know, like, you hand me a $25 bottle of wine and a $125 bottle of wine, and I probably can't tell. I probably ain't that good at it.
Right.
And same thing with people be like, hey, did you ever try that Mexican restaurant? Yeah, I did. How was it? It's great. They're like, hey, did you try? But you need to try that other Mexican restaurant. So you go try that one. And they're like, how's that? I was like, it's great. But I don't know how to tell the difference between them sometimes. I can tell you I like this one more than I like that one, but I don't know why, other than it just tastes good, tastes better. And the same thing with shoes. I look at that shoe and I go, I like that shoe.
Yeah.
But if you said why, I'd be like, I don't know, it's blue. I like blue. I wouldn't know what else to say.
I mean, it's cool. The swoosh placement is cool. How it's got like the two different, like it's got like a swoosh underneath the swoosh a little bit, and it's got those cool ridges. Like the Jaw 3, everybody liked the Jaw 3 because it had the ridges in it. I think that's what you call that. So,
I mean, I like ridges as much as the next guy.
Yeah, it just makes it more unique.
Sure.
Yeah,
okay.
It just makes it more unique.
Here's my larger question. I already told you multiple times I don't know how to talk about shoes, and you keep trying to make me do it. Mm-hmm. My larger question is this. Same question Dan Wetzel's asking over at ESPN. Mm-hmm. Why are we just now getting the Caitlin ones?
Dude, I said this to you a few weeks ago. I was like, where is it? Where's the shoe? It's
she's in year 3.
Yeah.
She's been the most famous women's basketball player in the world for like dating back to Iowa, like probably 5 years or so.
Yeah.
Why are we just now getting the Caitlin ones? I'm going to tell you why, but it is kind of crazy, and it has been called a colossal failure by Nike.
I mean, I think so just because I get maybe you want to wait and see. Like, you knew that she was a big phenom coming out of college, but like, you know, you don't want to give someone a signature shoe and them just be a bust in the NBA or in the WNBA.
You won't give her a signature shoe, but you know what you gave her out of college? 8 years, $28 million.
That's right.
That tells me you believe in her. And either way, if she's a bust, she was famous.
Yeah.
She could move shoes.
At least by year
but they didn't do it.
At least by year 2, you got to have it. You got to have it by year 2, I feel like.
So she actually had an NIL deal with Nike while she was at Iowa. signed before her junior year of college, or signed before her junior season of college basketball. It was signed in October 2022. So she's been in business with Nike since October 2022. When she entered the WNBA, they did a new deal. That was 8 years, $28 million. So you can say, well, maybe you don't want to give a signature shoe to somebody so young because what if they're a bust? And I get that, but they did give her 8 years, they gave her $28 million. That suggests you're counting on her not being that.
Right.
That's a wild number for most, but especially a women's basketball player. Nobody had ever sniffed anything like that until she came along in that sport. What if I tell you LeBron James had his first signature shoe? You know when? Before Christmas of his rookie year.
Wow.
We're in her third year.
Yeah.
Do you know how many Nike commercials, Caitlin Clark Nike national commercials there have been since she entered the WNBA? One.
That is really surprising.
In the year 2026, Nike has a $28 million deal with Caitlin Clark. She's the most famous women's basketball player in the world. She is not the best. That's Asia Wilson. But she's the most famous, and it ain't close. Nike and the Nike basketball account have tweeted about Caitlin Clark in the year 2026. Just take a guess. How many times?
2.
3. It's 3.
Wow. What's going on?
You ready for this? Grind City Media has tweeted about Caitlin Clark.
Oh, hell yeah. We love her.
More than Nike. Sonny Vaccaro.
Interesting.
Was asked about this. You know Sonny.
Yeah.
Longtime grassroots basketball.
Of course.
One of my favorite people in the world, certainly in the basketball world. He's 84 now, 86 now. Real legend. He, of course, is he signed Michael Jordan.
Yep.
This is how he made his name, by recognizing how you can use basketball players to move shoes. And Wetzel got in touch with Sonny to ask about this Caitlin Clark thing. Sonny said, quote, "It is one of the biggest failures I've ever seen. She was bigger than Michael Jordan was in some ways coming out of Iowa because she was already a known commodity when she entered the WNBA. The public had grabbed onto her like no one else. She is more than just a basketball player. It makes no sense, particularly while Nike stock is down more than 70% since 2001. They lost in that time frame about $200 billion in valuation. So you're losing your place in the marketplace. You're losing billions. Stock is down more than 70%. And since October 22, you've had the most famous women's basketball player in the world under your umbrella. At a time where she is doing State Farm national ads, Xfinity national ads, Gatorade national ads, moving jerseys like crazy. Your business is failing. You've got the most famous women's basketball player under contract, and you've done nothing with her. It's crazy.
It really is, man.
Now, do you want the explanation?
Yeah, what's up?
One theory. This is from Dan Wetzel.
Okay.
After talking to sources throughout the industry and WNBA and everywhere else. And I think this is right. I don't think you need to ask a lot of questions to figure this out. But Wetzel asked the question, so let's give him the credit for it. Nike knew what they had with Caitlin Clark, but had decided they could not give her a signature shoe before they got one for Asia Wilson.
That's fair.
In part because the league is, just a fact, 2/3 black. And until Asia Wilson's shoe was released last year, Nike hadn't done a signature shoe for a black WNBA player since 2002. That was the final model for Cheryl Swoops. More recently, they had done shoes for Sabrina, Elena Delle Donne, Diana Taurasi. But they had the now 4-time MVP, under contract, and they had not done a shoe for her or anybody that looked like her since 2002. So they were hesitant to do one for Caitlin Clark before they got one for Asia Wilson because they were scared of the backlash, both within the league and outside of it. They have slow played this cash cow because they were scared of the pushback they would get. And that's why this industry analyst for UBS said also in this column, like, what makes it even crazier? Like, you can understand why they did it, right? They somehow, some way, this white woman became the most famous basketball player in the world, and they felt like if we push her the way we would push her if she were a men's basketball player, it's going to be a problem in a league that hasn't embraced her the way that I think she or Nike would have hoped. Like, there's like some real delicate stuff here.
Yeah.
And what this industry analyst said is that it happens at a time. If you weren't trying to figure out where Nike is really struggling, while they're trying to slow play the Caitlin Clark thing because of, in many ways, racial dynamics. The only shoes they're selling are Jordans, retro shoes. Because if you ask young people in the United States to name a basketball player under the age of 35, they struggle to do it. You don't. I don't. We live in this world. But just if you ask, you ready? My oldest son, who doesn't follow the NBA like that, hey, name a basketball player under the age of 35. He might get it because his dad works for the Grizzlies. But does every 25-year-old in the world know who Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is?
No.
This person was saying no. That's what he's saying. Young people don't know who Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is. They don't know who Tyrese Halliburton is. They struggle. Like, basketball players, we know the greats can move shoes. We know that. But who are they now? You know who it is? It's Caitlin Clark. She's the one that could actually do it. They have nobody on the men's side who is doing it in any sort of meaningful way. Ja might be making cool shoes, but it ain't on the level where those shoes used to move. And so you don't have the men's basketball players for the world to grab onto. You got the women's, but you won't use it. And now your business is not collapsing, but hurting badly. Either way, we could see them tonight on our feet.
Oh, I think we will.
They're playing our Atlanta Dream.
They are. And Angel has a signature shoe. So, you got to think that Caitlin's going to throw hers on for this one. Yeah.
I hope so.
I do too. Oh, I'm excited about this one.
Hey, it's on Peacock tonight.
I'll be watching.
Hey, we got the Dream and the Fever in Mexico in the World Cup in primetime. I'm ready.
Who's Mexico got tonight?
Who's Mexico playing tonight?
Yeah, I believe it's I got it here in front of me.
South Korea.
Okay.
I think that's the part of the Korea. That's part of the Korea. We're more comfortable with South Korea, right?
I believe they call themselves the Korea Republic.
Well, ESPN calls them South Korea.
Okay.
On the scoreboard page. Mexico, South Korea. Oh, don't worry. You're going to pick that at 8 o'clock tonight. You're going to pick that and carry out.
Okay.
But for now, Caitlin Clark, the Caitlin ones have been unveiled. You can look at them tonight. Better late than never, I guess.
Number 4.
World Cup continues to unfold in our part of the world. 4 matches yesterday.
Yeah.
4 matches today. Mexico, South Korea tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm really fired up.
The Scots were getting on me yesterday because I totally misspoke yesterday, and I didn't even
What'd you say?
I saw what they were saying in the chat, and I was like, "What are they talking about?" And then I went back and watched the clip. I'm such a dumbass. I was trying to say I got a little bit of Scottish blood in me, but I was trying to say Scots and Scottish at the same time, and I said Scotch, which is not a thing. And they're like, what does that mean? And I was like, damn it, man, it's not what I meant. I truly apologize.
We're doing the best we can
to my Scottish brethren. I'm sorry.
Listen, Ben and I talk 5 days a week.
It was a misspeak.
Ben and I talk 5 days a week. We've been doing this for years. We talk about soccer. once every 4 years, more or less. We had a minute with
I dabble. I get up and watch the Premier League every weekend.
Okay, Bennett dabbles.
I dabble.
I don't pretend to dabble. I really had this moment last night where I was getting ready to watch. I just turned it on. I got nothing to do. And I hear him go, and James Rodriguez. And I'm like, oh, man, I ain't heard his name in 4 years.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man, I remember him.
He's back.
He's back. It's good to see him. Looks like he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Plays for Columbia, right? Yeah. I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. So watching this last night, and yeah, we're doing the best we can with the pronunciations, with your countries. I mean, you hear me trying to say pitch and stuff like that. I'm doing the best I can. All right?
Yeah, no, you're doing good.
Thank you. Doing the best I can.
I'm loving this World Cup, man.
I am too.
Although Ronaldo pissed me off yesterday. I had a sinister parlay cooking, and this dude decided not to be. Every GOAT is just going off in this World Cup except Ronaldo.
Okay, I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah.
I've already told you I don't follow soccer. So this is one of those things everybody knows, and I was just like, really? I must have lost track of time. How is he 41 years old?
Oh, I know, dude. I mean, he's already got a statue, doesn't he?
Yes. I just when they said 41, I know LeBron's in his 40s, and I know Tom Brady's in his 40s.
Right.
I just did not know Ronaldo was in his 40s. He looks good.
Oh, they're talking about benching him or bringing him off the bench. Yeah.
Well, he does nothing. He does nothing on the pitch.
The coach was like, that's not happening.
Here's what they're saying.
Okay.
They're saying he is both washed and selfish. And that's a terrible combination. That's Allen Iverson with the Grizzlies. Washed and selfish, that's a bad combination. Awesome and selfish, we can deal with that. Washed and sit over there and keep to yourself, we're fine. Washed and selfish, that's a problem.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Thierry Henry, you familiar? Mm-hmm. I'm doing my best with the pronunciations.
Good,
okay,
I thought that was solid.
Famous player turned analyst. He was on Fox yesterday. Here's what he said about Ronaldo after watching the 41-year-old legend struggle on the pitch. He said he spent most of his time languishing in the penalty area as Portugal passed around him without any real purpose or ambition. In spite of having a 75-25 possession advantage, Portugal actually had fewer attempts on goal than the Democratic Republic of Congo. And a lot of this, Henry continues, is just on Ronaldo. Seemingly, after watching, people think this. He watched Messi, his GOAT rival, get a hat trick, and then said, I got to score.
Yeah.
And what Thierry Henry said is that he looked like he was more interested in having him score than he was in helping Portugal score.
Oh, so he's like the NBA player that's just hanging around the three-point line like, I'm open. Give me the ball. I'm open. Yeah.
I'm open. Yeah, that's what he is.
It's like, bro, we gotta move this thing.
Here's what Thierry Henry said. He said, quote, the team needs to score. It's not you need to score.
Yeah.
Because he wants to score. He's talking about Ronaldo. He goes into the path of Bruno Fernandes. If he goes into the 6-yard box, you've been in that situation, Alexis, talking to Alexi Lawless. You would have had to follow him. Then it would have been a tap in for Bruno Fernandes. But because Ronaldo wants to score the goal, he goes in the path of the back pass. You see both players, and it's easier for you to defend, and that's my thing. The team needs to score, not you. Harsh words.
That is pretty harsh. But, I mean,
he's lazy, they say.
I noticed that.
I'm starting to see his abs were slipping a little bit. His abs don't look like they used to.
But, man.
Getting lazy. It happens to all of us.
Dude, when you see, Haaland score 2 goals, and Mbappe score 2 goals, and Messi with the hat trick, and then Harry Kane yesterday with 2 goals, it's like, man, I think I'm on the same level as all these guys.
That's not what Thierry Henry says. Washed, lazy, selfish, terrible combination.
Those are your words, not mine.
England 4, Croatia 2.
Oh yeah, it was tied at the half.
You went with the draw. Mm-hmm. Did not get a draw.
Damn Harry Kane.
He's tough, man. Harry Kane sure is.
Yeah.
Harry Kane sure is something else. And then Ghana, I watched What was the late one last night? Colombia over
Uzbekistan.
I watched that.
Yeah.
Watched it to the very end.
That was good.
That's my buddy Hamas, right?
Yes, Ghana and Panama. That one bummed me out too because I sprinkled a little bit on Panama just because I wanted to sing Panama all night. You know what I mean? Anytime Panama is doing anything, I can't help myself and be like, Panama! Dun, 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 dun,
Panama!
Yeah, dude. It's like,
Panama!
You can't help yourself.
This is hilarious to me. Because I sat there last night.
When it came on the TV, and what was the first thing you did? As soon as it came on the TV, the first thing you did was Panama, dun, 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 Panama. Yeah, man. So that was disappointing for that alone.
All right, just to prove that I'm not lying, we're about to talk about Panama. Because I read everything about Panama last night.
I know they got a canal.
I heard about the canal.
Yeah.
Hope we keep that thing open.
I think we've closed it before. But no, it's open. We helped build it, I think.
I'm
thinking too much.
Let's not get out in the deep water.
I'm speculating too much.
Let's not get out in the deep water. Let's get back in the shallow end, all right?
Okay.
We don't know who built that.
All right.
We're not as smart as... We don't know stuff like that.
Yeah.
We don't know stuff like that. If you want to know who built the Panama Canal, you got to ask
Go
Glock.
somewhere else.
Go somewhere else. We are not here to... I don't know stuff like that. You ever meet somebody who just does know stuff like that?
Yes.
It's crazy. There are people out there that just know everything.
I know. I want to be like that.
I would like to be like that.
Like, I want to be on Jeopardy.
Like, I wouldn't be on any game show because I don't know a lot of stuff. I'm just like good at getting through the world, and you can put something in front of me, and I can think about it for a minute, and then I can tell you what I think about it.
Yeah.
But the idea that I'm just going to be sitting around talking about, China in the 1800s, like I don't know stuff like that.
Right.
I don't even know if China was there in the 1800s. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I assumed it was.
For sure.
I thought it was. Like if you made me guess, was China there in the 1800s? I'd have said yes.
Of course it was.
Of course it was. I would have said yes. But I don't know anything about it, so I just don't know stuff. Like who built the Panama Canal? I think we played a role. But I don't know anything about it. Anyway, I'm watching Ghana. I'm watching Panama. I'm singing Panama. All right. And then I'm like, I wanted to get the lyrics to Panama. Do you remember any of the lyrics to Panama? Do you know what the song Panama is about?
Is it not about Panama?
This is going to be hilarious for you.
It's not about Panama. Okay.
Has nothing to do with Panama, the country. Nothing.
I'm thinking of how it starts. Burning down the avenue. That's like all I know. I just know Panama and burning down the avenue because he's like boiling down the avenue.
Okay. This is going to blow your mind. I laughed so hard at this last night. This was actually funny to me. Okay, so the lyrics are like, jump back. What's that sound? Here she comes. Full blast and top down. All right, Everybody just assumes Panama must be about, but you don't listen to the words. Like Born in the USA, if you listen to the words, you know that ain't the song you should be playing to, acknowledge veterans. It's sort of an anti stuff. This is similar. It's like Panama, and you're like, that must be about Panama. Here's the story it's about a car. There's like some sexual stuff in there, but it's about a car.
Oh yeah, it was Van Halen.
Hot shoe burning down the avenue. Don't you know she's coming? You'll lose her in the turn of a racetrack. It's about a car.
Okay.
Ain't nothing like it. Her shiny machine, got the feel for the wheel, keep the moving parts clean. It's a song about a car.
Okay.
So the next question is, why did David Lee Roth and Van Halen decide to write a song about a car that became a huge hit? And by the way, huge hit. This was their 6th studio album. The album's 1984. 6th studio album, released in January 1984. Like I was 6 years old, I guess, but I remember this album. It had 9 tracks, 33 minutes. Big hits. Jump.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hot for Teacher.
Oh yeah.
And Panama. And this is when MTV's becoming a huge thing. So, and David Lee Roth looked like the perfect television frontman.
Oh, yeah.
So this became the biggest band in the world. This was the biggest band in the world, and this was the biggest album in the world. And on that album, there's a song called Panama. And I was watching soccer last night, and you were watching soccer last night, and Panama was playing, and we both took us to this place. It's a song about a car that he saw in a race called like the Panama Express or something. That's the name of the car.
Oh.
Meantime, this is the funny part. He said, David Lee Roth explained one time when asked about this song, he said, no, it's got nothing to do with the country of Panama. I've never been there. I don't know anything about it. He knows much about Panama as we do.
Okay.
He said he was reading a music critic review about Van Halen. Some music critic somewhere. They were writing about Van Halen. And they were like, sure, biggest band in the world, and they sell out arenas, but all they ever do is sing about women, partying, and fast cars. That's all Van Halen is. They just singing about women, partying, and fast cars.
Okay, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay, I think there is something to that.
Yeah.
Here's the funny part. David Lee Roth read that, and you know what he said? We've never actually written a song about a fast car. What are you talking about? But I'll do it now.
Oh, okay.
The music critic said this is all they do, and David Lee Roth said that's not actually all we do. We do write a lot of songs about women and a lot of songs about partying, but contrary to what you're suggesting, we have no songs about fast cars. God. So I'll write one.
I bet the country of Panama hates America or hates Van Halen. Like these stupid Americans, that's all they know about us is this stupid song that's not even really about us.
Isn't that funny, though? To read a music critic criticizing you. You're the biggest band in the world, and you know, most people are telling you you're great. But here's some critic, and he's like, yeah, they sell at all the arenas, and they got the biggest videos, and they make the most money, and David Lee Roth seems fun. But, I mean, when you get down to it, it's just a bunch of songs about girls and partying and fast cars. And David Lee Roth's like, hold on a minute. We don't have any songs about fast cars. But here's one. Panama!
Dun, 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 Panama! So yeah, that's a great song. God, I love it.
So that's what I did last night.
Yeah.
That's what
And then they lost 1-0 to Ghana.
And then I ran into a YouTube video of David Lee Roth from like last week.
Oh, yeah, he's still touring, doing this. I think he was here. I think he was I want to say he was at Graceland.
He is still touring.
Yeah.
I do think he was at Graceland. Respectfully, it's time to stop.
Okay, here's the thing, though. He's never really had the best voice. You know what I mean?
You can go back.
They got the best songs during his era. Like, those songs rock because Eddie Van Halen is like a legendary guitar player. David Lee Roth's a performer, man.
David Lee Roth's a performer.
He's a performer. He ain't like a singer.
You're exactly
you know?
right.
Yeah.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
And so, because I watched this video, and it's kind of sad. It's like, you know, you go watch like David Lee Roth Jump, and then you watch David Lee Roth Last Week. You know, I mean, it's going to happen to all of us if you're lucky enough to live long enough, and you spend part of your life on camera. They're going to be contrasting visuals of you.
Sure.
They're already all of me, and I ain't even close to David Lee Roth's age.
Right.
So I get it. Whatever. You know what? He should do whatever he wants to do.
Of course.
If he's comfortable up there, then get up there. If it makes him happy, you should do it. And if people want to see it, good for them. It made me uncomfortable. I felt like I was watching a little Lee Corso, like, you know, at the end of it. Like, he looked like he's having a good time, but it made me uncomfortable.
That was how I felt seeing it. Well, I don't. When I saw Tony Bennett at Live at the Garden, it was like that. A little bit like that.
I mean, after the Bob Dylan movie came out, my kids were at least interested on some level in going to see Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
And
I've seen him. It's, you know, it ain't what,
it's not what it once
used
was.
to be.
Like
He's even said that in interviews.
If you watch the Bob Dylan movie and you think that's what you're going to see, that is not what you're going to see.
Right.
You're going to see a very old man mumble into a microphone and rearrange songs in ways that you don't even recognize them. I saw even Paul McCartney talking about this the other day. It might have been an old interview, but he was talking about like Bob Dylan and came up and he's like, I've even talked to Bob about this. He's like, I respect. Because that's the thing with Dylan. Like, you go hear, you know, whatever the big Dylan song, your favorite Dylan song ever, he will maybe play it, might not, but might play, but it will not sound, it'll be rearranged. And it'll sound different. And McCartney was like, I respect that, like, he's an artist and that's what he wants to do. But, like, I'm a fan And I just want to hear Blowing in the Wind the way I know Blowing in the Wind. Like, I don't go up there and try to remake Hey Jude every night.
Right.
These people might see me one time their entire life. And on some level, I feel responsible to give them what I know they want.
Yes.
And he's like, Bob just does not think that way at all. Right. And so.
Neither does Eric Clapton.
He had a moment here, didn't he?
Worst concert I've ever been to.
Was that when he did the blues?
It was actually at the
Pyramid?
No, it was at the amphitheater, the Mud Island Amphitheater.
Huh.
It was awful.
I saw Clapton at the Pyramid.
Was it good?
I remember it being good. It was right after he did that blues album. It was
with
just
B.B. King. Yeah.
I don't know if it was that one, but it was just him it was Eric Clapton sitting in a chair in what appeared to be sweatpants with an acoustic guitar playing at the Pyramid. I remember it being good, but it was very different than like if you expected to hear some of the big rock. That wasn't what you were there for. Anyway, David Lee Roth. That's how we're getting back to this. So I'm watching that last night, and it's not a good performer at this age. And in the comments, somebody was like, bro, here's David Lee Roth in 1984. Watch this. It's like, doesn't sound great.
Right.
But he was a performer. He looked good on stage, running around stage.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that too. As you watch him as he's aged, it's gotten tougher for him. Axl Rose.
Oh yeah, dude. They performed at the Black Sabbath Ozzy tribute show. It was.
Yeah, well, he was at Lisa Marie's funeral service.
Yeah, I mean, he just can't hit those notes.
But he was another one who was he just looked great on stage, like a perfect rock frontman from that time. Axl Rose just looked the right way, and he sounded the right way for a minute. But it's that that kind of singing sounds like it might take a toll on you.
Yes,
yeah,
for sure.
Anyway, good luck to Panama. I'm sorry you lost your soccer match.
Hopefully they bounce back.
And I'm sorry the Van Halen hit isn't actually about you, and so many people like Bennett think that it was.
Yeah.
But I laughed so hard at that last night. The idea that you're reading a review of yourself as the biggest band in the world, and a critic's like, but all they do is songs about girls, songs about partying, songs about fast cars. And you're like, hold up, buddy. Maybe the girls, sure. Partying, of course. Fast cars? We have 0 songs about fast cars. But I'll write one now just for you, and it becomes the biggest song in the world.
Good stuff.
I liked it.
Number 5.
The U.S. Open is underway at Shinnecock Hills in New York. And it sounds like the course is playing tough, Bennett.
Okay.
Right now, Sam Burns is your leader. And guess what your leader is? 1 under.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he's 1 under through 1. So, right now, it looks like 1 might be the easiest hole in the course. Burns, Oberg, Reed, Brian Harmon, Ben James, all 1 under through 1 right now.
Okay.
So, it sounds like 1 is easy.
Okay.
And then it really gets tough.
All right.
I mean, I saw 1 approach shot this morning. And this is golf stuff that if you don't play golf, you wouldn't understand it. But, it's a beautiful shot from a pro who probably spins it amazingly. And he just can't hold it on the green. It's one thing when I can't hold a ball on a green like that.
Right.
These guys, they're the best in the world, and this course makes them look like, Vernon.
Right.
And that's not a shot at Vernon. Vernon's good, but he's not on the PGA Tour. It's just you can't hold a ball on the green. You can't get a ball out of the rough. I saw Bryson just throw one in the rough yesterday, and this Bryson DeChambeau, big, strong, can't move the ball out of there. So this course is going to eat them up, and it looks like it's already doing it. Let's see who is the worst scorer at the moment. Ooh, Hamilton Coleman. He's 10 over through 13.
Jeez.
I mean, that's like your normal, a weekend golfer at your normal course might be like, yeah, I'm 10 over through 13. I'm hitting it okay, This dude's in the U.S. Open. He's one of the amateurs. Probably not the brightest move. Hey, are you a professional golfer? No, amateur at this point. You want to go play the toughest course in America under the toughest conditions? It doesn't sound fun.
Not too smart.
This is what every year after the FedEx St. Jude Championship, they will keep all the pins where they are. They'll keep all the rough up. If you go play Southwind today, it looks not nothing, but it's not like it is for the tournament. The rough's cut down. Normal people can't play at a rough like that. But everybody wants to play the Tuesday after the tournament. And so they keep the rough up. keep the pins where they are. And you know what happens every year? I tell people every year, everybody says, oh, man, can I go out there? Can we go out there? Sure. But you're not going to enjoy it. You think you will because you just watched it on TV and you want to go do it. And I'll take you. But you will not have fun because you know what you're going to find out? You can't play that course when they get the greens that fast, make the rough that tough. You can't play it anymore because you're not a professional. I mean, you can. It's 10 more strokes and 20 more minutes, 30 more minutes just trying to get around the course. It just changes everything. And this is like that times 50 billion. This course makes the best players in the world look like they don't know what they're doing. And trust, they know what they're doing. It's just that even if you're the best in the world on this course, it is rarely going to look like it. Imagine if you were a baseball player and suddenly you just had to get into the like you're seeing pitches you're all year, 98, 94, 99, 102, 99. You're comfortable with that. It's what you see every day. Fastball 102, fastball 99, fastball 98. All right, you ready? This weekend, fastball 138. What? You don't even see it. That's what this is.
Yeah.
It's like you're in the batter's box and now somebody's throwing 138 against you. Good luck.
Good luck, everybody.
Even Parr could win this thing.
Where's Scotty? He hasn't started yet, probably.
Let's see. We'll learn together. Scotty Scheffler is even through 5.
Okay.
So the best golfer in the world is, he's even through 5, but he is even through 5. Scotty Scheffler, not normally even through 5.
Right.
But he is today. And probably pleased with it on some level.
Yeah.
Be back with Carry Out.
When the arena lights dim for a concert or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person who will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's a person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to give you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let other fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Grizzlies, take your fandom to the next level by becoming an MVP.
How long have you been an MVP? Since day one.
Enjoy the great benefits of being a season ticket member. Pre-game MVP moments, including Autograph Alley, exclusive Grizz gear deals, access to member or MVP-only player events, and much more.
He's been an MVP for 22 years!
Become a Grizzlies MVP today.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Stay on top of everything happening in the 901, the Mid-South, and beyond with Grind City Media's e-newsletter, bringing all the news and notes directly to your inbox. Lang's World, always by Lang Whitaker, touches on the biggest stories in the world of sports and pop culture, while Michael Wallace's Grizzlies Insider brings you all the latest coverage and analysis around the Grizzlies and NBA. Don't miss a thing. Stay connected to the conversation and sign up to download the lowdown today at grindcitymedia.com.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Swing, and your knowledge can earn you a Grizzly shopping spree with the 2026 NBA Draft Predict the Pick. Predict the position of the player your Grizzlies take with the third pick of the draft. For your chance to win a $100 Grizzlies Den gift card, visit grizzlies.com/draft. That's grizzlies.com/draft to make your pick today and stay locked in on all Grizzlies draft coverage presented by Southland Casino Hotel Let's do carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
So, James Dolan, owner of the New York Knicks, celebrating their championship parade through the streets of Manhattan today. James Dolan was on WFAN radio station in New York City, prominent one, and he was asked if he expects to just bring the entire team back, which would obviously be popular with the fan base. That city, those fans have fallen in love with these characters / basketball players. And so Jim Dolan was asked, you just going to bring everybody back? And he said, quote, I don't know if we'll be able to. We're willing to stretch, but there's certain things in the NBA that you'd have to be suicidal to do. And one of them is the second apron. And so I think if you watch Grind City Media or follow the NBA closely, you've probably heard of second apron. And it's like this big boogeyman that people just don't want to go touch. Only Cleveland, the Celtics, and the Suns, and the Timberwolves, 4 franchises, have gone into the second apron since its inception in the latest CBA, which came to in 2023.
Yep.
And as Dolan tried to explain, it's not just about the money. He said, I'll write any check I got to write, which makes sense. He should. But it's the other stuff that it just makes it handcuffs you going forward in ways that most franchises just do not want to be handcuffed. And so some of that is like, for instance, if the Knicks were to go into the second apron, because they've got like a Mitchell Robinson thing they've got to figure out, a Landry Shamet thing they've got to figure out, and this stuff's going to cost money. I think they're around $13 million below the second apron right now. But they got people they got to pay. And so if the Knicks were to go into the second apron, which their owner is saying, we're not doing it. If they were to do it, here's what would happen, and this is why he's saying they're not going to do it. If you go into the second apron, you're not allowed to send cash in a trade. You're not allowed to use the $6.1 million tax mid-level exception on a free agent. You're not allowed to aggregate salaries in a trade or use more than 100% of the traded player exception. You also can't trade a first-round pick 7 years out if it finishes a season over the second apron. If a team does, you can't do that. So there's just all these little things.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, it just hinders you from making moves to improve your team.
Right.
Yeah,
so you end up losing important pieces of your team.
Yeah.
I just think this is wrong. Like, Oklahoma City's going to go through this. I don't think you should, like, you run a basketball franchise. What should be the goal? To be smart, strategic, and build a championship caliber roster. Build a champion. That should be the goal. So then you actually do it. Mission accomplished. Most people don't. A lot of people try. They don't do it. You do it. And then because of the CBA and the second apron, you know what you have to figure out? In what way do you want to break up this great thing you built because it's no longer sensible for you to keep it together? That seems wrong to me.
Yeah, I agree.
You're Sam Presti. You're a genius. You build the Oklahoma City Thunder, and now you might have to just lose Isaiah Hartenstein, just because you can't go in the second apron. It can handcuff you in too many different ways. So you need the Knicks. Joke of a franchise for a while. Finally hire Leon Rose, William Wesley, get out of their way. They smartly, with the help of Jalen Brunson and a pay cut, build a championship roster.
Yep.
And immediately, you know what they have to do? Figure out how they're going to break it up because of the second apron.
Yeah.
I don't think that if there's one thing, a thing we could fix about the next CBA, smarter people than me figure it out. But I don't think you should be punished for being great.
Right.
If you build greatness, there should be a component that allows you to keep the greatness together. Maybe it'll cost you $300 million or whatever it costs, but there should be a component for you to be able to keep your great thing together. You shouldn't get a collection of basketball players together, mold them into champions, celebrate them, and then immediately realize there's just no way to keep it together.
Right.
No way, because of the rules that are in the CBA. That's wrong. I hope they fix that with the next one.
What's today's biggest game?
World Cup, Prime time.
Where are we going?
8 o'clock. Oh, we're going to Guadalajara.
Oh.
Can I take you to Guadalajara?
You sure can.
Bet they're going to have a good time down there tonight.
Yeah.
Mexico and South Korea. 8 o'clock tip. You can watch it on Fox. I can get you Mexico plus 100. I can get you South Korea at plus 300. I can get you your little favorite draw bet at plus 230.
Okay, so both of these teams won their opening matches. Both scored 2 goals in their opening matches. I'm going to go with what was it again? Give me the number.
Mexico plus 100. South Korea, the underdogs, at plus 300. Or a draw. It's plus 230. So what that tells you is the most likely scenario here, even if it's not a likely scenario. The most likely scenario, I'll just keep that, is Mexico winning the game outright. Next most likely would just be a draw. And the most unlikely thing you're going to see today is a South Korea upset.
Why don't you just give me a Mexico outright win at plus 100?
That's what I'm giving you.
I mean, that's home field, man.
In Guadalajara.
Yeah.
If you can't protect Guadalajara, I don't know what you're doing.
Right. Well, yeah.
If you can't protect the pitch in Guadalajara, I don't know what you're doing.
Proper time to get political, but yes.
You can if you want to.
No, it's okay.
I don't ever want to hold you back.
It's okay.
I don't feel like you hold me back. Sometimes I look across there and I know you ain't agreeing with every word I say, but you still let me say it. I want to return that favor to you.
No, protect Guadalajara.
If you want to shit on Guadalajara right now,
I would never ever
knock
do
it
that.
out.
Ever. I just picked them to win.
You know where I'm.
I know you got Mexican blood
in these veins.
Yeah. Okay.
Proud Mexican blood.
All right, let's go then.
I love my neighbors to the south.
I do too. Absolutely, I do.
Well, then will you put on a Mexico shirt tonight?
No. They are kind of our enemies in soccer, just in soccer, not in real life.
Oh, I know. I've had this fight before with people. They say you can't say you're for the United States men's national team, but then also root for Mexico because they're a rival. That's like saying I love the Dodgers and also the Padres.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't love the Dodgers and the Padres because the Dodgers hate the Padres and the Padres hate the Dodgers.
That's very true.
I understand the logic behind that. But what everybody else has to understand is that I don't care. I don't get caught up in your little soccer rivalries.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know this stuff's going on until like once every 4 years. Then I put on my Mexico shirt that I've had for 20 years. I've probably worn this in 4 or 5 different World Cups.
I also want to root for them because maybe we'll see them down the road. That'd be fun.
Our Mexican rivals?
Yeah.
I root for them because I've got Mexican blood in my veins.
I know you do.
I don't get caught up in your little soccer rivalries.
Okay.
I want the United States men's national team to win tomorrow. And I want Mexico to win tonight.
Okay, well, if that's what you want, then that's what I want.
I have a Mexican flag. I'll drape myself in it tonight.
I dare you.
You dare me to drape myself in a Mexican flag? I've draped myself in worse.
No,
not worse flags.
No. I want you to put that. I want you to go get a flag staff and put that thing out in your front yard.
Buddy, you seen the type of flags that are in my neighborhood?
That's why I want you to do it.
They burn my house down.
That's why I want you to do it.
They'd be knocking on my ice would be at my house.
Throw that flag up on the front porch today.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Do it.
I don't think I have a flagpole. Where can I get a flagpole?
There's a flag store on Summer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think you can go to like Home Depot and get one. Yeah.
The problem is I don't like going places.
Yeah, I think you can go to like Lowe's or Home Depot and get one.
I know, but
I'm pretty sure.
The problem is I don't like doing stuff like that, like going places.
Well, it's a big match.
It is a big match. Yeah. I'm going to drape myself in my Mexican flag.
Okay, good.
I'll put it out. My neighbors will start a group text about me. I throw a Mexican flag up in the front yard. My neighbor's going to start.
Be careful, buddy.
No, I'm not going to be careful. I'm going to stand for what I believe in.
Yeah.
I believe in my friends and family from the South. Mm-hmm. All right? Go Mexico. Viva la Mexico. Is that the way you do it?
I think it's
Viva Mexico, or is it Viva la Mexico?
Isn't it Viva la Mexico?
I don't know. But we need to learn. Kickoff's at 8. Viva Mexico is a restaurant on Mount Moriah. You ever been to Viva Mexico on Mount Moriah?
Mm-mm.
We used to work over there on Mount Moriah.
Yeah, I still hit up Chili Verde. That's on Mount Moriah.
Man, that place.
Yeah, I still hit up Chili Verde. Although they took their signature dish off the menu, which really bothered me.
The cheeseburger?
The Chili Verde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't get the burger anymore?
No, you can get the burger. They're known for the burger,
right?
But you can't get the Chili Verde, the dish.
Why do they do that?
I think it's really hard to make, and I think they got a lot of people coming up to that truck now. But like, man, I loved it. It was so good. It's the cubed pork and the green sauce that you put in a tortilla. Oh my god,
I love green sauce.
I love green sauce. It's so great. But they don't do that anymore.
That's disappointing to hear.
Yeah.
I was hoping I'd get through the show without having to hear something like that.
I know. We're gonna get a good chili verde in town. Somebody tell me.
Somebody tell me too.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna order mediocre Mexican food tonight.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna order some mediocre Mexican food tonight.
Sounds good.
Put on my flag. I think it's now inappropriate to put on a sombrero. I don't think they like
that.
I think that's frowned upon
for sure.
I think
That's inappropriate. Yeah.
So I won't do that.
Yeah, that's definitely inappropriate.
I don't think it used to be.
It didn't, but I think
something happened.
Yeah.
Something. I think we took.
I mean, remember Ponchos? They changed their logo because it was like the cartoon guy, and then they changed it to like a real looking person.
I like the other guy.
And then their cheese dip just kind of fell off after that.
That's what I heard.
Oh, dude, that cheese dip fell off. I'm sorry. I got to call it like it is. That cheese dip fell off.
And yet still.
I still buy it.
And yet still there is never a day where there's not Poncho's cheese dip in my fridge.
No, I eat it. Don't get it twisted. I still eat it all the time.
Sometimes I'll just open a fridge and we just got 2 of them up there for some reason. I'm like, we love this stuff so much, we buy it just in case we run out.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like, the way it is now, the consistency compared to, like, if you went to the Raleigh Springs Mall and got you some Ponchos at the little, like, walk-up place, not the same.
Shout out to the Raleigh Springs Mall.
I know, yeah. That's a great mall.
I will not put on my sombrero. But there was a time where every time you go to a Mexican restaurant, you'd say, hey, it's Joey's birthday. And at some point, they'd come over and they'd put a sombrero on you. They'd put one on Joey.
Yeah.
And then they put some like whipped cream in his face.
Yeah.
And everybody laughed and everybody thought that was fun. And now I think if I took a selfie with a sombrero on, I'd be shamed. I'd have to apologize. So I'm just going to avoid that. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm not going to do it. I will wrap myself. I will wave my Mexican flag proud.
Good.
I will continue to wear this shirt all day long.
Good.
I will order mediocre Mexican food tonight. I'm going to celebrate.
I was going to wear my USA jersey. My wife got me one, but she got me a large, and it didn't fit, which made me depressed. So hopefully I'll have a different size when I come in here next week and be able to wear it proudly.
Extra large?
Yeah, man. Well, soccer jerseys are tight.
They're tight. They fit weird anyway. It's not you. They fit weird. You look good to me.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's just weird fit.
It's a weird fit.
Soccer jerseys fit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
What are we watching on TV?
It's Thursday. You know what that means.
What?
Toy Story 4.
Oh, it's out today.
Toy Story 4.
Oh, you're on number 4. We just did 2 last night.
I'm keeping up.
Yeah.
I'm staying on schedule.
Good.
1 on Tuesday, 2 on Tuesday, 3 on Wednesday, 4 on Thursday.
And then the whole family's going to go see the new one.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of bailed on me on Toy Story 1.
Oh, man, it's so funny.
People starting to fall off to the web. People are finding other things to do.
Well, your algorithm's just listening to you at all times because we talked about this. And then last night I'm like scrolling through Instagram and there's like these videos of like, it's like a mom and like her, 17-year-old teenage son. And it's like, here's why we're going to see Toy Story 5 together. And then it's old like video footage of him in his Buzz Lightyear costume or at Disney World meeting Woody, and it's got the sad music, and it hits you. It's like you got to do this stuff now while they're still little.
Well, it's such a successful and long franchise that we have reached the point where there are people right now who watch this as a child and whose children are into it and now want to watch this with their children.
Yes.
They can see themselves the same way you remember feeling when you watched Toy Story 1. You can see that in your own children rewatching 1, 2, 3, and 4, but also in the theaters. Like there are people who went to the theater as a child to see Toy Story 1 and they will go to the theater with their children to see Toy Story 5. And that's sweet, isn't it?
Yes.
I think so.
I do too.
All right. So Toy Story 4 tonight is on the agenda. We'll knock that one out. And then it's time to get to the theaters for Toy Story 5. Are we going to have record-breaking stuff?
Oh, yeah. It's going to kill it. It's going to absolutely kill it. It might be the biggest movie this summer, for sure.
Because it's going to be one of those things where there's a
different generations, like you just said.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
There's millions of people who automatically want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right? That's going to cover a lot.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have the other section of people who will be like, I don't really go to the movies, and they're just going to feel like, but we got to go. Everybody's seen it. I don't want to be the only person in the world who hasn't seen Toy Story 5.
Right.
I love the other ones. I got to go see this one. It's got a Taylor Swift song in it. Got to go see that. Right?
Yep.
That's what's going to happen. Huge movie.
Can't wait.
Can't wait either.
What's the best thing we've read?
Well, over at CBSSports.com, we have done what amounts to like a 6-question Q&A, a panel of writers who cover the NBA draft for CBS Sports. And the questions are like, who would you take number 1? Rank Darius Acuff, Keaton Wagler, Michael Brown Jr., and Kingston Flemings in the order that you would prefer them. Who's somebody projected in most second rounds that you could envision becoming an NBA starter? And so, who would I take number 1? I answered A.J. DeBonsa. Another question was picked between Caleb Wilson and Cameron Boozer, and I went with Cameron Boozer, specifically with the idea being, I don't know that I would go with Cameron Boozer with every franchise, but with the franchise likely to have to make that decision, the Grizzlies, I think I would take the safer of the two options, and that feels like it's Cameron Boozer. So if you listen to the show, you probably know what I think about all this stuff, but we also got thoughts from other people who cover the NBA draft for CBS Sports, so go find that when you get a chance over on the website.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
So tomorrow's Friday. It's not just any Friday. It's Friday, June 19th. And that means it's Juneteenth. So, federal holiday, we're going to take the day off.
Yep.
Bennett, you got the day off tomorrow.
Okay.
Hope everybody else is similarly fortunate. Saw the chat talking about it a little bit earlier. Some people got to work tomorrow. Other people don't have to work tomorrow. We're going to be in the ones that take the federal holiday. So I'm looking forward to that. If you need me, you know what? Don't need me. How about that?
Yeah.
How about just don't need me? And then we'll come back on Monday.
Yes.
And
big week. Big week ahead.
Like I tried to emphasize this the other night at the Chalk Talk. Like, one of the biggest nights in franchise history is Tuesday. It just is. If this goes the way we all hope it goes, my son's next favorite basketball player will move here next week. We don't know who that is. We have some guesses. But right now, my kids' closets are still filled with Morant, Jackson, Bane. Yeah, they got Edie and Coward and Gigi. But at any point over the past few years, if you asked most kids who call themselves Grizzlies fans, who's your favorite player? You were mostly going to get John Morant. If not him, Desmond Bane. If not him, Jaren Jackson. But those would be the top 3 in some order for years for kids who describe themselves as Grizzly fans in this area. And now that's over. Certainly with 2 of them, about to be with the other. Everybody needs a new favorite player. It can be Cedric Crowder and Zach Edey, but it's probably going to be whoever is selected 3rd next week. And so, really can't wait. It's a huge week.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
All right. So if you're having a 3-day weekend, enjoy your 3-day weekend. If not, enjoy your 2-day weekend. And let's all meet back here Monday at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hook.